Alright, when doing an interview talking about his new movie At Any Price, Dennis Quaid said, "You go to Main Street and Walmart is coming to town and kicking out all the mom and pop stores. All the people are then that were working at the mom and pop stores are now working at Walmart." Today I hope to persuade you to spend more of your money in town as opposed to shopping at the national chain stores. The message I am sharing today is important to you because money spent locally benefits you, the money stays in the community, it keeps your community vibrant, and it keeps it unique as well. I'm qualified to talk about this today because I've been a part of a family business in a small town community for a long time, and I know the results of what happens when folks spend their money out of town. So today I will talk about the community impact of local businesses and national chain stores, how shopping local helps the community, and how shopping local benefits you. The first area I'm going to cover is how the community impact of local businesses versus national chain stores. We can all agree that shopping at a chain store or shopping online at Amazon is very convenient. You can get everything you need all at once, and sometimes it's cheaper, but the numbers show something different for the community and the small businesses. When a store such as Walmart comes to town, there's a promise of new jobs and more money coming into the community. That's not always true. Based on a study from the Journal of Economics, 2008, the average Walmart creates a little over 300 jobs. Meanwhile, the same study found that after Walmart's been open for a couple years, the neighborhood itself loses on average about 507 jobs over the time. So those jobs are lost from local community residents and other businesses. Another study from Loyola University found that Walmart opened in Chicago on the west side. After 2 years, 82 businesses around that Walmart within I think it was a 4-mile radius shut down. The study also showed that Walmart created no new tax revenue. They just took over the existing tax revenue that the other businesses had left behind, plus a net jobs effect also. Communities are scrutinizing chain retailers more and more before they let them move into town. The national chain retailers demand tax breaks. They also promise a lot of stuff that they don't deliver. Because of the economic studies on past communities of Walmart moving in, some communities have been blocking their entry. In another study, Understanding the Fiscal Impacts of Land Use in Ohio by Randall Gross, says that this report reviews and summarizes the findings of 8 central Ohio communities between 1997 and 2003, and it finds that the retail development created a drain on the city budget with a net annual loss of 44 cents per square foot. So in effect, local businesses that had their revenue drop considerably when the chains moved into town are now paying the subsidies for the chain stores. So they're basically paying for Walmart's tax breaks. So when you compare the environmental footprint of a major box store compared to, let's say, a local town center or a Main Street shopping district, you'll find that it's better served. You get a lot more better use of land and space and tax money in a downtown district rather than a retailer that ships their profits 3 states away. So there's a study called Thinking Outside the Box by Civil Economics. The study found that a 4-block stretch of Magazine Street, which is in New Orleans, is a traditional business district, provides 179,000 square feet of retail space, hosts 100 individual businesses, and generates $105 million in sales, with 34 million remaining in the community. And meanwhile, 179,000 square foot Super Target generates 50 million and just 8 million remaining in the community, plus another 300 square feet for parking space. So the numbers show that locally owned, unique businesses provide a better economic impact for the community as a whole. Next, we're going to talk about the effects of shopping local has on the community. Locally owned businesses put much more revenue back into the community, which means they create more jobs, invest locally, and create a solid economic base. Another study by Civil Economics found that in Salt Lake City, Utah, local business owners put back 52% of their revenue back into the local economy, while they found that the retailers on the national level only put back in 14%. Local restaurants recirculated 79%. Chain restaurants only recirculated 30% of the money back into the community. So local businesses tend to buy and sell with other local businesses, while national retailers don't. The police, fire department, the city, utility services are all funded by tax money that is collected from these places. The quality of service, the community growth, and economic stability all depends on these tax revenues, on keeping your money local. Local businesses are also involved more in the community. In a book called Shop Local by Heidi Butzine, she says, when you shop at a local store, you're also helping your local nonprofit groups. Local businesses are found to spend on average 250% more on charities and sponsorships and other type of community commitments to keep it going. Lastly, we're going to talk about how shopping local helps you as a consumer. Shopping local provides many advantages that provide an opportunity to deal directly with the store owner or the decision maker, which is very valuable. An article by Brooke Burnett in Metro Magazine says the owners and even their staff have a higher level of customer service skills and expertise than the chain stores. You know, you're dealing with experts in their field when you go to a local store as opposed to somebody in the aisle at Lowe's at $8 an hour. Shopping local is convenient because it's nearby, it saves you time and gas, and it also makes the product easier to get service. Perhaps the most important part of shopping local is it provides a lot better value, and other than just saving a few cents per item. Value, the small business provides its customers comes from expertise, close proximity, and it's also nice to see a familiar face every time you walk into a business. So in conclusion, I hope I've convinced you to spend more of your money in town, in your community, and keep your shopping local. We've covered some reasons why it's important to shop local, and I challenge you to explore Abilene a little bit closer and see if you can find items in town that you sometimes find you go out of town for. And remember the quote earlier that said that Walmart is coming to town and kicking out mom and pops, and now mom and pop are working for Walmart. Well, let's do our part to keep mom and dad out of Walmart and start shopping local.